Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Judgment Day is mourning at present following Carlito's WWE exit. Meanwhile, the bad news could keep coming for the group if Adam Pearce decides to step in and punish the group for their lack of title defenses. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan haven't defended their women's tag team championships on Raw since they won them back in April. The only title defense that the two women have is from NXT the following day, which means it has been 6 weeks since their last defense. Originally, Liv Morgan was granted time away from the company to film a new movie in Japan. However, she has been back for several weeks now, but has spent her time trying to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match rather than defending the title she already has. Morgan isn't the only one at fault here. Dominic Mysterio is edging closer to the 30 days that WWE made as a rule back in 2013, since he last defended his title at Backlash on May 10th. Mysterio isn't scheduled to defend his title at Money in the Bank, which means if he doesn't put the title on the line on Raw next week, then he will also have exceeded the 30 days. WWE has a lot of championships on the main roster at present, and a lot of premium live events coming up. Night of Champions at the end of the month should see many titles defended, but the company should be sticking to the rule that it created. Whilst feuding with Daniel Bryan back in 2013, Triple H made it clear that Bryan couldn't be champion if he couldn't defend the title every 30 days. This was the reason to strip him of the World Championship, which should have continued over the last decade. There may be massive consequences looming for one of WWE's most dominant factions in recent years, the Judgment Day. On the heels of their latest shocking actions, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce is rumored to be preparing a major disciplinary announcement that could shake up the group's future, possibly even heading into SummerSlam season. While WWE has long pushed the boundaries of chaos with its storytelling, there's now talk that Judgment Day may have crossed a line that even the company's top officials can't ignore. But what exactly did they do to land themselves in such hot water? And what kind of punishment could Pearce be preparing for them? It all began on the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, when Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough orchestrated what many are calling one of the most blatant acts of backstage interference in years. During the closing moments of the main event between World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, an already highly anticipated match with SummerSlam implications, security footage revealed that Judgment Day members had physically ambushed McIntyre backstage, mere minutes before the bell was set to ring. As a result, Rollins was left without an official opponent, but instead of canceling the match entirely, Pearce tried to salvage the situation by offering a replacement, a returning Shinsuke Nakamura. What happened next, however, only amplified the drama. Judgment Day stormed the ring just minutes into Rollins versus Nakamura, laying waste to both men in a chaotic beatdown that left fans stunned. Damian Priest held the World Heavyweight Championship high above his head, shouting that this show belongs to Judgment Day, whether Pearce likes it or not. But perhaps what truly sent shockwaves through the WWE universe was what happened backstage after the cameras stopped rolling. Several WWE officials were reportedly confronted by Pearce himself, visibly furious and demanding immediate footage from production to review what he believed was a direct violation of a backstage code enforced since the early 2000s. A code that bars any superstar or faction from sabotaging an officially sanctioned main event match without prior storyline or creative clearance. For those unfamiliar, this unwritten but heavily respected rule has been enforced internally since the infamous walkout storyline in 2011, when CM Punk left WWE with the WWE Championship. WWE management has rarely allowed legitimate matches to be entirely derailed by off-script actions, unless part of a broader creative direction. According to multiple internal sources, Judgment Day's ambush was not fully approved, and Pearce may be considering a public statement or even suspension. Speculation erupted on social media shortly after Raw went off the air, with the hashtag #BanJudgmentDay trending across X, formerly Twitter. Fans are torn, many praising the group for keeping Raw unpredictable and exciting, while others argue they're going too far and sabotaging what could have been a career-defining moment for Drew McIntyre. Some insiders claim this isn't just about storyline anymore. Pearce reportedly held a private meeting with WWE CTO Paul Triple H Levesque and other key decision-makers, debating whether Judgment Day's backstage behavior has gotten out of control, especially in light of recent weeks where they've appeared to operate without oversight. The group's controversial actions have also reignited older complaints from several superstars who've had to deal with Judgment Day's interference. From Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to Cody Rhodes and LA Knight, the list of talents who've suffered from their ambush tactics keeps growing. One anonymous Raw talent even told Fightful that it's gotten to the point where people backstage are nervous when they see Finn, Priest, or GD coming near their segments. Adam Pearce has long been portrayed as the authority figure who tries to maintain order amidst chaos. But the whispers coming from the locker room suggest he might finally be ready to strike back. A statement posted on WWE's official X account from Pearce cryptically read, "This won't be tolerated anymore. An announcement is coming." That message, sent just hours after Raw went off the air, has fueled speculation that Pearce is preparing a punishment the likes of which we haven't seen in years. Possibly a temporary suspension of one or more members of Judgment Day, or even removing the group from WWE programming for a set period. Interestingly, this wouldn't be the first time Pearce has had to punish a faction. Just last year, he temporarily banned the Bloodline from Raw after repeated incidents of interference and backstage ambushes. That suspension, though short-lived, sent a clear message that even the top stars weren't above the law. Could we be seeing a similar course of action here? Adding another layer to this drama is the rising tension within the Judgment Day itself. While they often present a united front on camera, eagle-eyed viewers have noticed subtle cues of internal discord, especially between Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Balor seemed increasingly frustrated during the backstage ambush, reportedly shouting, "We had a plan," while Priest improvised much of the attack. Sources claim there may be disagreements over leadership roles in the faction, especially with Rhea Ripley currently out of action due to injury. Her absence has left a void in leadership, and Pearce may see that as an opportunity to weaken the group's stranglehold on RAW. There's also a major question surrounding Dominic Mysterio. Long seen as the group's younger brother figure, Dom may not have been a key player in the ambush. One report suggests that Pearce is considering offering Dominic leniency if he cooperates and distances himself from the faction. While it's unclear whether this is part of a storyline or a creative pivot for Dom's solo push, the angle would create intrigue, especially if Pearce publicly calls him out during his upcoming announcement. So what could Pearce actually announce? Let's look at the possibilities. A temporary suspension of the Judgment Day from Raw could be one route, allowing WWE to refresh the brand and give other talents a spotlight. Alternatively, Pearce could strip the group of certain privileges, such as the Money in the Bank briefcase currently held by Damian Priest. That decision would undoubtedly send shockwaves, as Priest has carried that case for months without cashing in, and many assumed he would be the next World Heavyweight Champion. Taking it away would mark one of the boldest decisions of Pearce's tenure. Another theory is that Pearce may force the Judgment Day to defend their alliances in the ring, possibly mandating a series of Judgment Day versus WWE matches with severe consequences. If the group loses, they could be disbanded, forced into singles competition, or even drafted to different brands as a form of punishment. There's precedent here. Just look at what happened with the Hurt Business and Retribution, two factions that ultimately dissolved under creative pressure and storyline consequences. The timing of Pearce's rumored announcement is also key. With Money in the Bank approaching and SummerSlam not far off, WWE may be looking to pivot major storylines and elevate new rivalries. Punishing or splitting the Judgment Day could create opportunities for rising stars like Braun Breaker, Ilja Dragunov, or Carmelo Hayes to step into bigger roles. Even longtime talents like Ricochet and Chad Gable could benefit from a creative reset, especially if Judgment Day's grip on Raw is loosened. Of course, There's also the possibility that Pearce's announcement won't be purely punitive. WWE has been known to blur the lines between punishment and opportunity. Could Pearce punish Judgment Day by forcing them into high-stakes matches, like a gauntlet challenge or defending their own loyalty in an elimination match format? WWE loves a good twist, and it wouldn't be surprising to see Pearce turn this into a multi-week storyline arc that culminates at a premium live event. Fans shouldn't overlook the impact this could have on the upcoming Money in the Bank event. If Pearce truly decides to take the briefcase away from Priest, or suspend him entirely, that spot could become vacant. Imagine the implications if Pearce announces a surprise qualifying match for a new NITB holder, with names like LA Knight, Logan Paul, or even a returning Randy Orton in the mix. That kind of shakeup could define WWE's summer trajectory. As we wait for Pearce's official word, one thing is clear. Judgment Day has stirred up something they may not be ready to deal with. While they've spent over a year terrorizing Raw, stacking gold, and asserting dominance, it appears their reign of chaos may have finally crossed the line from storyline to insubordination. If Pearce follows through on his threat, this could become one of the most significant shakeups in WWE faction history since the collapse of The Shield. The WWE Universe will no doubt be watching closely next Monday, as Pearce has teased that his official announcement will come during the opening segment of Raw. Whether it's a suspension, a match mandate, or a direct challenge to the faction's existence, one thing is certain: Judgment Day's time at the top may be running out. And if Pearce's history as a no-nonsense authority figure is anything to go by, they should be very, very concerned. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.